Where South Korea's Foreign Minister Cho Hyun says next month's Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit, or APEC, forum will be a big and key opportunity to discuss pending issues between South Korea and China, as Chinese President Xi Jinping is expected to attend. Cho emphasized the importance of the summit for improving bilateral ties and addressing difficult topics, including overlapping maritime disputes. On another front, Cho addressed recent immigration raids in Georgia, saying South Korea is seeking an agreement with the United States to resolve visa issues affecting Korean workers. During a visit to Beijing, Cho also met with Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi, who highlighted the importance of strong trade relations between the two countries. South Korea hopes the upcoming APEC Summit will deepen these ties. Let's in fact listen in to what the South Korean Foreign Minister Cho Hyun has to say.
그리고 이번 기회에 시진핑 주석이 오랜만에 방한을 하기 때문에 한국으로서도 한중 간에 많은 여러 가지 현안들을 잘 토의하고 또 한중 관계 발전을 위해서 이 시진핑 주석의 방안을 좋은 계기로 만들려고 하고 있습니다. 그 롱텀으로는 이런 문제를 해소하기 위한 새로운 비자 카테고리를 만든다든지 또는 그 비자와 관련된 한미 간의 합의를 이루어낸다든지 뭐 좀 더 손쉬운 방법으로 주한미국 대사관에서 비자 기업인 비자 특별 데스크를 만든다든지 이런 것들을 워킹 그룹을 통해서 신속하게 협의해 나갈 계획으로 있습니다.
We're now joined by Andrew K.P. Leung. He is a China strategist and he joins us live from Hong Kong. Andrew, thank you very much for joining us. Do you think China could see mending ties with Seoul as a part of a larger strategy to counterbalance this US, Japanese, Korea trilateral cooperation?
Of course, from China's perspective, Korea is only one side of the picture. There are other forces which China has got to confront with, including the unilateral Trump administration, and then the American anti-China allies, including Japan, and to a certain extent South Korea, and also down the South China Sea, Philippines and Australia, with the Quad, with India, and of course the whole world, the free trade system has been totally upended by the Trump administration. So China is seeing the relationship with South Korea in this broader context. But as far as South Korea is concerned, its relationship with China is extremely important. Let's not forget the threat from North Korea. North Korea is now becoming a more independently minded and also nation, but also there is very little hope of any kind of unification with South Korea, in spite of the fact that there is a unification office established in South Korea a long time ago. But also the nuclear threat threatens the stability in the region. And of course, the North Korea's confrontation with the United States, tracing back to President Trump's across-the-border handshake with Kim, which resulted in nothing. And then years of the so-called six-party talks only served to inflame North Korea with American insincerity. So the region is quite shaky geopolitically and militarily, and then China acts seen as an anchor for a degree of multi-dimensional and recalibrating relationship, both in terms of security, in terms of the military kind of guardrails, as well as economic cooperation. Let's not forget that there is a great deal of South Korean investment on the mainland China, and the two sides have been cooperating economically and to a certain extent competing, of course, in terms of high technology, semiconductor, the TV panels and that kind of thing. But the relationship has been very close. So I think that the Prime Minister of
Yes.
South Korea is viewing this relationship as extremely important, especially in the upcoming APEC Summit.
Yes, Andrew KP Leung, thank you very much for giving us the rundown of that. Pleasure to have you on the programme as always. We now finish off with some news from the United States, where President Donald Trump has said that he did not want London Mayor Sir Sadiq Khan at the state banquet hosted by King Charles at Windsor Castle. Trump called Khan among the worst mayors in the world and said he requested that the mayor not attend. Let's take a listen in to what he said today.
I don't want him there. I asked that he not be there. I think the mayor of London, Khan, is among the worst mayors in the world. Now, we have some bad ones. If you look at Chicago, but I think he's the equivalent of the mayor of Chicago. I think he's done a terrible job. Crime in London is the mayor of London, Mayor Khan, has done a terrible job. And on immigration, he's a disaster. No, I asked that he not be there. He wanted to be there, as I understand. I didn't want him. I've not liked that for a long time. I just think, I have a certain pride in London, UK. My mother was born in Scotland, Yeah, when I see Mayor Khan do a bad job, stabbings and dirt and the filth, it's not the same. I didn't want him there.
Reports suggest that Khan did not expect an invitation, with a source describing Trump's politics as spreading fear and division. The feud between Trump and Khan dates back to 2015, when Trump proposed banning Muslims from travelling to the United States. This latest row adds to years of tensions between the two, including Trump's criticism of Khan's handling of crime, immigration and terror incidents in London.